Na unajua wakati Rostam Aziz alinitembelea na akaniuliza kwamba angependa kujenga Taifa Gas, one of the largest tank farms in Africa, in Mombasa, and he had problems, watu walikuwa wanamzungusha. Nikawaambia Wakenya wenzetu ya kwamba mwegezaji kutoka Tanzania ni mwenzetu. Anatuletea pesa, anatuletea uwegezaji. Tunachukua muda mrefu sana kutafuta wawegezaji. Lakini kasumba ambayo imekuwa pale nyuma ni kwamba mwegezaji lazima awe mzungu, lazima awe mweupe, lazima awe foreigner. Lakini mambo sivyo tena. Tuko na kampuni 500 za Kenya zinazoegeza humu Tanzania. Nimefungua milango kwa makampuni ya Tanzania wakuje waegeze Kenya. Joint ventures and SME partnerships, particularly in agro-processing, continue to flourish, underpinned by predictable policies, ongoing regulatory harmonization, and strong investor confidence. These capital flows reflect the growing role of the private sector as the true engine of regional integration. Wakati kampuni ya Tanzania walikuja na wakanunua kampuni ya Bamburi Cement, kuna watu walilalamika kwangu, wakaniambia, mbona unaruhusu kampuni ya Tanzania kununua hii kampuni ya simiti hapa Kenya? Wale waliniuliza, niliwajibu nikawauliza pia, kampuni hii ilikuwa inamilikiwa na watu wa Ufaransa. Mbona hamkulalamika siku ile ilikuwa inamilikiwa na Wafaransa, leo inamilikiwa na Mtanzania, mnalalama? These cross-border investments are not merely flows of capital. They are powerful catalysts for expanding trade, the deepening interdependence of our manufacturing and agro-processing sectors in driving sustained demand for raw materials while spurring investment in value addition and integrated supply chains for export. With the right policy support, this momentum can significantly expand bilateral trade beyond current levels and position our two economies to capture a larger share of opportunities within the East African community and the Africa Continental Free Trade Area. Across the East African community, intra-regional trade stands at between 15% and 20%, meaning the vast majority of our trade still takes place outside our region. Yet, this is not a limitation. It is an opportunity. By expanding and trading more with each other, we create jobs, expand markets, strengthen industries, and build resilience across global shocks. At the heart of this opportunity are our young people. Across Kenya, Tanzania, and a wider region, millions of young men and women are entering the workforce each year with talent, ambition, and determination. What they seek is not charity, but opportunity. By deepening our integration, expanding trade, and investing in shared infrastructure, we are not only growing our economies, we are creating pathways to jobs, enterprise, and dignity for this generation of young people. In doing so, we are also addressing one of the most pressing challenges of our time, ensuring that the energy of our young people is harnessed for progress, stability, and shared prosperity. Ladies and gentlemen, members of parliament, for this to happen, we must move beyond narrow national calculations and embrace a mindset of partnership where each country's progress reinforces the other's success. It must be grounded in physical connectivity, shared infrastructure, and deliberate investment that bring our economies closer together in practical and measurable ways. That is why the project we are advancing together are so consequential. The development of the road corridor from Malindi through to Lungalunga to Dar es Salaam is not merely a transport upgrade. It is a strategic artery of commerce, tourism, and people exchange along our Indian Ocean coastline. Similarly, the planned expansion of railway connectivity from Voi through Singida and onward towards Burundi represents a transformative step towards linking our hinterland markets, unlocking trade routes into the Great Lakes region, and positioning East Africa as a gateway between the Indian Ocean and the heart of our African continent. Let me also mention the 400 kV Kenya-Tanzania power interconnector, spanning over 500 kilometers, has done more than connect two grids. It has synchronized our electricity systems, enabled power trade, improved reliability, and reduced vulnerability to supply shocks. And as we look ahead, the proposed Shinyanga, Mabuki, Kilgoris, Rongai interconnector will deepen this integration further. It will expand transmission capacity, strengthen the East African power pool, and allow us to optimize our diverse energy sources, Tanzania's gas, Kenya's geothermal and wind, and the region's broader renewable potential into a more reliable and competitive regional energy market. But infrastructure must also be owned in a way that creates confidence and shared responsibility. The recent decision by Uganda to acquire a stake in the Kenya Pipeline Company in Kenya is significant. In one act, it transformed its role from a user to a partner, turning the pipeline into a shared regional asset anchored in mutual benefit, energy security, and long-term confidence. In the same spirit, Kenya stands ready to invest as a strategic partner in the proposed oil refinery in Tanga.